Hello everyone, it's Oliver Harper here, and I'm back with Richard Jackson and Duncan Casey. Today we're doing a commentary on Event Horizon.
For some reason.
Because it's Event Horizon Day. You weren't born to talk about that?
Yeah.
Oh, most saluted national holiday Event Horizon. I hope you're all wearing your Sam Neill stockings, because it's...
It should be in your diary.
Tucking into your Lawrence Fishburne cake. It's the 11th of February, Event Horizon
Captain
Day.
Miller cake.
Of course, we are just recovering from shopping day last week. And then the Resident Evil Solstice coming up in May.
Lest we forget Mortal Kombat Tuesday. Which was, of course.
Colloquially known as MK Tuesday. There's a glimpse into a fucking weird parallel dimension.
It's like Pancake Day, but with
Event Horizon.
lots of slap. Yeah.
But on a serious note, it's an audio commentary, not a video. But you can stick up the commentary with your own copy of the film by pressing play now.
When you hear this noise, press play.
It's 95 minutes and 41 seconds of mediocrity.
I quite like this film.
No, I actually do. I really liked it when it came out.
This opening is really... I like the way it goes into space.
The music sort of changes its tone.
Yeah.
Really serious and dark, you know.
It's got a nice... I really love sci-fi and it had that kind of slightly kind of classic pulp sci-fi thing to it, which I liked at the time. It's kind of cool. I don't mind. I'd say it's probably the best. Depressingly, via the medium of podcasting and reviews, I've now seen all of Paul Anderson's films. Apart from Death Race, which I purchased myself, for it stars Jason Statham. And I was thereby forced to purchase it.
Death Race, yeah.
I've got to take show, but not because I'm queer. He's really, yeah.
But I saw this when it came out on video to rent.
Yes, me too.
Getting shit out of it.
Yeah, something a lot of people told me I should watch. I was at some holiday home with my parents. They used to have a timeshare thing, and it was one of those places where you could get videos from a library and put them in. So I watched it of an afternoon when they went out for a walk, and it freaked me out. I didn't expect this, but it didn't freak me out as much as when I was in bed with my then girlfriend. And she went to sleep and turned all the lights out, and they lived in this house in the middle of nowhere, and it was pitch black outside. And this just came on, so I was like, "Oh yeah," well, and fuck me dead. I literally shit myself like it was one of those things. I closed my eyes. I kept seeing all the flash photography.
Yeah.
And
The weird thing, because I was so familiar with the movie when I reviewed it, and I had to create these sort of opening and ending videos. I used some of the clips of the hell sequences,
right.
But because I spent so long with them, editing them, when I went to sleep, it was in my head. That night, when I literally finished the video, I was like, I can't sleep properly. I feel like shit, you know.
See, even for some reason, it creeps me out. Even these titles that are about to come up about, you know, in whatever year
X, blah, blah, blah.
Exactly. That still creeps. I think it's quite effective. This.
2015! Oh my god!
Yeah. We've established a colony on the moon, why not? A colony of lobsters.
2015, and Sony have finally allowed Spider-Man to participate.
That's where the human race is really got to. Deep Space Event Horizon. Eddie is launched to explore the boundaries.
Broke a badger with a spoon.
Just space without trace. Beyond the edge, planet Neptune. Worst space disaster in history.
At least it's in the future where it's kind of like, it's, you know, that's already happened. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
In the future of 1995.
At least they mentioned 2015 in a kind of scene-setting way that was inaccurate.
Yeah.
But it's not like, this is happening now.
Yeah.
When we do the anniversary podcast in 2049, it's like,
there's something
we're back. We're back.
Yeah.
It's time to go back.
This is quite effective in that it does create a sense of isolation by seeing the ship so far, you know, like really as a pinprick.
And it's very, very gothic, kind of,
It's a cool ship design.
unfriendly sort of ship. It's very intimidating.
Oh, I know, yeah. It's horrible. And you just feel like, oh, fuck, I wouldn't want to be on board that.
No way, man.
Big ass, though. It's got a big ass. Got a great ass. Ooh-ah. And I got my head all the way up. Now I can hear water sloshing in that. Wouldn't that be Frozen?
It would be.
I've got this watch, but it wouldn't be ticking after 7 years in space. It would have wound down.
Not in year 2049 when they have nuclear batteries.
It's not a battery. Alright, okay.
They've invented perpetual motion in
Did
the
you
future and
guys
put it in
think
watches.
this was kind of like, it felt very reminiscent of like Hellraiser?
Not
Hellraiser, the space one.
the fourth film.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but that's just yeah. No, I don't.
I'm not saying it's like.
I kind of think it's
a copy of it.
it's an inevitable comparison, isn't it? It comes to similar ground.
It felt very much like it wasn't like the hell we used to. It was very much like
I tell you what,
torturous kind of like I don't know, like what you see.
Not being a
Hellraiser.
dick, it makes me think of Leprechaun in space, the Critters one in space, Jason in space, which came after. It has that kind of. It has the feeling of one of those type things. Like
I would agree with that, except it's not. It's not a slasher film, I suppose. The Hellraiser comparison is understandable because, in a way, he's opening a box that goes to hell, you know, and so he suffers the consequences for his curiosity.
Yeah,
so I suppose, but you know, I guess it is drawing on things, no doubt.
I'd say that the thing of his wife is a direct lift from Solaris.
Oh yeah,
the original Solaris.
Yeah.
But
And the fact that it shows them all their deepest, darkest.
Yeah, exactly. I say.
But it still has the same
That's
thing.
the doom sound, isn't it? The door.
Yeah,
Yeah.
But it has that elements of like Alien as well. But it's got that kind of like a haunted house in space.
Kind of haunted house in space type vibe.
Yeah.
I would say also being very guilty of being essentially a kind of best of collection type film. I think in this area, Sunshine did it a lot better.
Yeah. This
He
is a
did.
miniature, by the way, pulling back.
Oh,
This is all
that's
shot on the
fantastic.
007 soundstage to get enough distance for the camera to pull
Yeah.
back. Because it had to pull back that far.
That's a
to
fucking
see that.
cool
It's a
miniature.
fucking wicked, it's one
I
shot.
was going to say that is the Event Horizon ship itself a miniature?
Yeah.
It
is.
Because for this time, that can't be CGI. It looks too good to be CGI.
There must be a
At this
CG
point.
version of it, though. I think.
They must
will
use
be,
it, I think.
When
Yeah.
they
Like-
blow it apart.
It's I think it was what I researched at the time. Remember when it came out, there was like those making ofs on TV, and had like I mentioned this. It said the film was the first one to use kind of digitized like fog.
Yeah.
Oh right.
Like, things
Okay.
like that. Yeah.
Quite well. I think there's a scene cut here, right, where he
has a meeting, doesn't he, with the with the
where
company.
Dr. Weir goes to meet with the USAC or whatever, who then, but it's an early introduction of the recording, isn't it?
Sean Pertwee in a house. I do love me some Sean Pertwee.
Yeah.
Fucking dude.
We feel our best with a full head of hair. He does those hair adverts for like Regain or whatever.
He narrates the MasterChef The Professionals as well. He's making a fucking wicked Alfred on Gotham.
Yes,
he's
yeah,
so
he's
good.
a mean hard ass, but then you sort of see what he's.
But all cockney as well. Get your bloody ass down from that roof, boy!
What's the wine? What's the wine? Stop your summer! You little fucker!
You fucking
Get down them apples and pears!
Oh, look at Larry Fishburne when he was sort of...
Swivel chair. This is pre-Matrix.
Sweebo.
See that geezer? He's in like I think Idle
Noseworthy.
Hands as well. And
Jack Noseworthy? Jack? Is it Jack?
what happened to Jodie Richardson, man? You never see her anything anymore.
She was in the Fincher Girl with the Dragon Tattoo.
Was she really? There's lots of Brits
Very
in
good
that,
as well,
right?
yeah.
Like,
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe she went and had kids. That happens a lot.
she had kids with Hugh Laurie in the film Maybe Baby, written by Ben Elton. So maybe she's raising that child,
Maybe.
the fictional child.
Yeah, she was so devoted to that. Now this bit, he goes like, what is it like? He sets the clock for 10 minutes for the ion cannons to fire or whatever. So they have to get in the tanks in 10 minutes. Surely you need more time than that to get into a thing. And they're all very lackadaisical. Like 10 minutes.
This is very, very, very alien, isn't it?
This bit, yeah.
Oh,
Very,
definitely.
very.
Heavy use of white, you know.
Yeah.
But then it becomes
Grubby.
It's a great moment in this film where he kind of explains how the time drive works.
Yeah.
And it's the
the folding
it's-
over of the
it's
paper.
great trailer
Yeah.
fodder dialogue.
But it is great
But it's-
setup.
yeah,
it
it's-
is great
yeah,
setup,
yeah.
and it's just what's great about it is it's just a bunch of people around a table, and it's the anticipation that's brilliant.
Yeah.
I think. I mean, yeah, and we can discuss, I guess, Interstellar ripping that off when we get to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think it's been done elsewhere as well.
Has it?
Yeah, I've certainly seen the old. Oh, you fold space in half and put a pencil through it. It's been done like.
Alec Guinness.
It's probably been
the
discussed
gravity
in Star
drive.
Trek at some point. You know,
yeah.
The endless amounts of episodes are done.
Yeah, Sam Neill just sucking his guts in.
Isn't he?
There's a bit later when he just walks around in his pants and he's totally just holding it all in.
When he
I
co-
just
in the
had
minute,
lunch.
when he comes out of like stasis, whatever it is, and he's
that-
clearly
right.
sucking it in.
Because I remember seeing that when I was younger, just going, Sam, mate, let it out.
Really just come out.
It's
Come
proper
off.
Brannigan. Isn't
It's a
it?
bit, I was going to say very William Shatner. Like,
Yeah, Brannigan. Brannigan's Law. Pimp Mobile. Daffodil.
But I was so shocked this film, you know, kind of bombed. But when you look at the release dates of it, is a clear indication why. It came out in the summer.
Why did they move it?
This is a fucking Halloween,
it's
October.
October,
but why did they? I can't remember what they were accommodating. Paramount were accommodating something else.
I think they pushed it forward for Titanic, tried to compete with it because it's both Paramount. No. Actually, Titanic.
No,
Titanic's Fox.
It was for a reason. I saw Paul W.S. Anderson said there was a film they were going to release it at the usual time, and there was something they wanted to put in that slot, so they brought the release way forward for this to the summer. I can't remember what it was now. Maybe Wild Wild West. No, was that Paramount?
That was 99 as well.
Okay,
I remember that summer well.
Yeah. I hid under my bed for several days.
2 classic films, Wild Wild West and Star Wars Episode 1.
Wasn't something stupid like The Saint or something like that?
Possibly. I can't remember. There is a Q&A I've seen with Paul Anderson.
Suck in that gut, Sam.
Yeah.
So every time they're going close, you can just imagine going, just let it out. What's behind this scary door?
Picture a man going on a journey beyond sight and sound.
Picture a man who failed to lose weight for a shoot.
That's creepy. That's sort of evocative of the Hellraiser.
They use, silence is used well as well.
Yeah. It's well shot. Was it Adrian Biddle? No.
Adrian Biddle, yeah.
Adrian Biddle, yeah. I mean, this looks fantastic. But I mean, Duncan watched The World Is Not Enough, which I thought looked so bland. But this looks fantastic, and
he manages to get a lot of scope out of the sets as well because this is a largely set-bound film.
Can you see how kind of like The World's Not Enough? It's very clean in terms of like there's no soft filter. It's very sharp. It's very kind of you can see everything really.
First time I've seen this in HD as well. Actually.
Oh god, yeah. It's probably the first time I've seen this not on tape. Well, actually, no. Yeah, I must have watched it on TV.
His face. Should be living here. There is a touch of the Pierce Brosnan about the way he talks. I think.
There is. Yeah.
Maybe we shouldn't be going there. I love Richard T. Jones in this. Is
it's not hard and black inside.
Yeah. Hard and black.
What else is he in?
He was in Godzilla.
That was
one of the guys on the, he's in a lot of TV and stuff as well.
Jason Isaacs.
Oh, always good.
He's the man, isn't he? Yeah, we love you, mate. Even though you keep doing things with Paul, we love you.
Yeah, but fair play. He's like his accent in this wavers quite a lot because he's sort of Irish at times and then not at others.
And when he goes to when he loses the plot, tries to stab Sean Pertwee. His accent comes in.
Yeah, it's just like this is just a big honkameki. Spear. Literally, whatever he said.
I'm black inside.
It means his cock.
I thought he meant coffee.
Oh no, there's been a horrible mistake. I just tried to offer a drink and she slapped me and now I'm getting sacked for sexual harassment. In space?
I'm gonna warm up my waffle iron.
You're not fired. You're space fired!
You'd be a bit buggered though, wouldn't you? We can't go home.
Space buggered! They just sort of lock you in a cupboard and just go, yeah, you're fired. Just sit here.
They do a good job with these sort of faux iPads because they were all just blue screened, weren't they? And then they added the images.
They do one in Demolition Man. Sandra Bullock's got one. And she's walking in such a way, and it's not blue screen, you can see they're trailing about, like that. Cables as thick as your arm under her armpit. And she's trying to pretend like it's this little lightweight. But it's still very presciently done. Because we all now look at rectangles all the time. I never age, basically. I've got great hair now and a few more lines, but I'm exactly the same. I've looked like this since I was 4.
My dad was Whistle Gummy.
Did you see he dressed up as his dad for Halloween? He dressed up as Doctor Who.
Did.
And he looked amazing. He was so good.
Yeah, I saw that.
Actually, his pop was my favourite Doctor.
Has he ever been offered Doctor Who?
I think it's been taught. It's one of these things. You know when they made the Paul McGann TV movie?
I'm sure you'd probably say
dude, I think my fucking nan had an audition for the Doctor Who movie. Like, because everybody, even Peter Capaldi apparently was considered in 1998 or whatever it was.
Blimey.
Which is a bit nuts. But it would be weird though, wouldn't it? It would be a bit odd. He would be great, but it's kind of like, but your dad did it. That's weird. Also, Wurzel Gummidge reboot.
Yeah,
I'll be well up for that.
Pizza cake.
Oh my god,
that was so weird. I watched an episode of that.
Oh, it's trippy
on YouTube.
Fuck, man.
Fucking
Dude, he changes
weird.
heads. It's horrifying.
Yeah, there's that one where he became like what was it? He put one on where he had a big teeth. Like,
yeah.
it was like, What the fuck is that?
Plastic haircut, a cup of tea.
Why, as a kid, was I not fucking
He was also
shitting myself?
He was also Spotty in Super Ted.
Ah,
John
right.
Pertwee. So again, you know, Super Ted movie, get Sean involved.
Yeah.
And he is
Anyway.
like, I don't know, in this country, Sean Pertwee is the narrator. He just narrates, like you're saying, hair ads, he does
Yeah,
MasterChef, because he's got a cool narrative voice. And it's like car ads and shit.
So, anyway, Event Horizon.
Event what? Oh yeah.
So this is probably one of the best scenes in the film, I would argue, actually. It's the way it's put together, the way that the dialogue
That's the way it's directed.
Yeah.
Yeah, how it's set up.
Sam Neill's great with his delivery of the dialogue. And in fact, it may be one of the reasons why they decided to cut that earlier scene, because just put all the exposition here. Because again, you're sort of watching him tell them what you've seen him be told. It's kind of
Classic sort of briefing in space scene,
And I
isn't
love
it?
the idea that they kind of everyone knows about the Event Horizon,
yeah.
and it's like this myth or this kind of like scary, spooky story. It's
Yeah,
kind of,
yeah,
it's
yeah.
like,
It's a similar, they do the same thing in Sunshine.
Bermuda Triangle
you know,
sort of
it's
thing.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I mean, Sunshine to me is ostensibly, it's kind of Event Horizon. I mean, what's funny is that Sunshine does better. What Sunshine does better than this, you know, I think they're both. How am I trying to word this? What Sunshine does bad, this does well, and what this does bad, that does well. You know, it's kind of a.
I would
weird
say,
mismatch.
in a nutshell, this tips a little bit too far into B-movie schlock, whereas Sunshine tips a little too far into pretentious hoity-toity.
Yeah,
You know,
but then
there's-
tries to have its cake and eating it by having the sort of slasher thing at the end.
Because once everything kicks off in the film, in terms of when they start seeing stuff, there's not much of it. There is, it's kind of, it's very kind of, it speeds up. Well, there's a lot of things maybe trimmed out.
It's quite ambiguous as to what it is that's happening as well, because you've sort of got visions, but then you've got things like one of the doors gets smashed in.
Yeah.
You know, and you.
But
Kind
it
of
seems
what
to
can
be
this
the
shit
overall
do?
thing is that the guy's lost his
Yeah.
mind. And,
Yeah.
You essentially left to your imagination to fill in the kind of the plot holes, as it were.
I would-
how it's explained itself.
Given the choice between this and Sunshine, I would take Sunshine out to Nando's and then bring it back to mine later. Whereas, I don't
Take it to
know,
McDonald's.
Event Horizon, that would be like a failed Tinder date. We've got nothing in common, it got weird, you know. Keep seeing her on the bus.
There we are.
There's your analogy.
That's it.
Can I go now?
Just fucks up.
Yeah, just like it's 50 minutes in, Jackson fucks it all off and goes home. That's all you're getting tonight, fellas. Imagine space as a page from a porno mag. This Parker pen.
One thing I find odd about this though is that obviously he's talking to the audience rather than the people in front of him.
Yeah.
The people in front of him should understand what he starts saying, because he does. All he says is, you use a thing to focus a thing of gravitons or whatever he's saying earlier. But these are astronauts. These are people who should probably understand it. They're trying to go for the truckers in space thing, where sort of I guess space travel has become easy enough for like
Yeah.
idiots to do it. I don't know, but
It's not totally full, because Alien is full on truckers in space, but they make pains to point out these guys are slightly militarised. You know what I mean? They're all in
these
fucking
guys,
olive
yeah.
drab.
Well, they're
and
sort
wearing,
of they're
like,
coast guards, aren't they? That's what Paul W.S. Anderson said. He wanted them to appear like they were the sort of coast guards of space. So they're like guarding the coast. So yeah, they're militarised.
But you
But
still have to
definitely
be,
call them space guards.
You still have to be past a load of tests to understand. You know,
I think it's something
space
that
how
big.
things
It's
work.
kind of like we've invented this thing that allows instant travel over this period. Like everyone would know about it, surely. Unless did they say at any point it's classified?
It's classified.
Okay, that's fair enough.
Because that's why the official story is that it was a what was it? It wasn't that it was a deep space mining. I can't remember what he said earlier, but it was like it wasn't designed to do that. It was supposed to do something else, and its reactor blew up or something.
Okay, so that's quite neat then. It works.
But I love
It's not
this sort
like-
of, when they play. Obviously,
This is
recording.
It's so horrible.
It's
horrible
horrendous.
stuff, yeah.
It's fucking. But why would you be like, let's go see what that is? like surely you just go, fuck this.
Take off and nuke the site from orbit. Classic.
Yeah, but the bit that what. Like, doesn't it? Because the message gets clearer and clearer the closer they get to the event.
Because they manipulate the filters.
Well,
don't
they do the filter thing, but I think the idea is that it's supposed to be getting clearer, somehow spooky.
Really, I never got that impression. I just thought they just cleaned it up digitally.
Maybe, yeah.
Either way, it gets you to the same point.
Yeah,
The
true.
closer they are to the
Plot device
the
wise,
thing.
yeah.
Is it Verate may liberate?
Save
whatever it is?
me.
Save me or something.
Yeah, liberate. Apparently, that translation isn't exactly accurate, but I don't know exactly why. Like, Tuteme is wrong. I think I don't know. Yeah.
That's a cool shot. I like that.
That's
Yeah.
nice. Yeah. See, it does the kind of. Yeah, it does the schlocky sci-fi thing really well. It's just the sort of...
It's not high art, but it's...
Yeah, but it never pretends to be.
effective,
It
yeah,
never
exactly.
pretends to be.
Look at
yeah.
how well look at how the film's paced and how it's shot and how it's directed. It seems radically different to what when you could watch Resident Evil movies recently.
Oh God, it's so much nicer. Yeah.
I don't know what's happened to it.
I think this is. It seems to me that this is when when Paul Anderson was like the hotshot young director, he could
Well, they
get
gave
these
him
people to
money.
work with him
They
and give
gave
him the
him
money, and kind of the trust, which didn't, because I think like Soldier was a bit of a fiasco, so was this. So now I don't know. It's not quite as top draw for him as it used to be.
Yeah.
I mean, you're not going to see fucking Lawrence. Well. So, you're not going to see someone of Lawrence Fishburne's caliber in the late 90s in something of Paul Anderson's now.
No,
Yeah,
You know.
I mean, even when it comes to setting up the shots, I mean, he's got Adrian Biddle there to help him and say, look, this will work.
Look at these sets and stuff. They're wonderful. So nice. And to me, this is a high budget B movie, and that other people use that as an insult. To me, that's the ultimate compliment. It's kind of high concept schlock. Like, that's what I want.
Yeah. No, they're brilliant, and the production design in this is fantastic.
That's what kind of makes it disappointing when you see a great B movie with a great story, but it's so poorly, cheaply made, but getting so much better for more money.
Why do they? This is a bit. I always find this a bit weird because it's supposed to create tension. It's where is it? Oh, it's coming out. I have like sensors on the front of my car that I could park with blind, like
Yeah.
Just don't tell me that spaceships in 2047 don't have. It's got proximity alert going. It's like slow the fuck down.
Yeah, just stop.
Like,
No,
it's there. Like don't just. I can't see it, so it can't be there. And then they go like, ah! It's a great way of revealing the ship and stuff, and it's cool, but
just a bit dumb.
It's all done for that cinematic purposes.
Yeah, it's sort of like-
I'm picking it.
This is either a film you'd go see on a Friday night with a date or with a bunch of your friends.
Yeah,
It's kind of like, hey,
blatantly,
big, cool,
blatantly.
scary Friday movie.
One of the great things I like about it is it has what seemed to have kept it. What's made it a bit culty and sort of stand the test of time is the fact that people want to discuss it. It's nice and ambiguous in areas and not in others.
Definitely.
I think that's what's kept it
And
going.
seeing a lot of things like video games like Dead Space clearly being.
Oh
so
my
much
God,
stuff
yeah,
copies.
So if you play Dead Space, you think,
Yeah.
I want to go watch Event Horizon again.
Yeah.
Dead Space has the look of this. as well.
Yeah. But also Paul Anderson produced that film Pandora, which
Pandorum.
very much felt like
Yeah.
Pandorum. Sorry.
Yeah.
Which
Which I'd hoped was kind of going to be a spiritual sequel to this. in a way.
and it felt very much like Dead Space. So it was
Yeah.
kind of doing the full circle. Where
The sort of trailer to it looked like it could have been the sort of
see, Pandorum
that.
starts out so well,
Yeah.
and then the ending's stupid.
The explanation of
Ooh,
what
wait,
it
that
is.
bad. I haven't seen it yet.
Oh,
Yeah.
I know I've got spoiled
Yeah.
for you. But
Yeah.
this is the
Yeah.
bad guy.
Spoilers!
The bad guys. in
Well,
it
what
is
it,
weird.
yeah, it's just the whole
Okay.
what it is.
Everything else is amazing.
Again, I'm going to check it out because I like space sci-fi.
Dennis
stuff.
Quaid is basically a bit like the Sam Neill character, isn't he?
Two things I
Yeah.
always watch regardless of perceived quality is spaceships and robots. And if it's spaceships and robots, I kind of got a bit of a soft spot for that really shit Lost in Space film. I made my flatmate watch it over Christmas because it's got spaceships and robots in it. Because essentially, in
It's
certain
fucking
situations,
awful.
oh no, it's garbage. It's fucking garbage. But I was like, yeah, but look at the robot.
Best bit in Lost in Space is when they fly off and the whole ship explodes behind them.
The best bit in Lost in Space is when it ends. That's an old joke, but it applies. Though it does have, they did the bullet time effect before the Matrix.
They did. It's a bit
In
more
the kind of
blurry
jump.
there,
Yeah, it's
isn't
not
it?
as well done. It's not as well.
So
But, you know,
one of the things I like about the film we're watching is, well,
Right.
I think what because it often gets criticised. One of the criticisms I hear levied at it a lot is that it is a rip-off of Alien or a rip-off of this, that, and the other. In terms of production design, there are similarities, but I think actually what's good about that is it familiarises you with the setting quite quickly.
yeah, you
And
know
then
what
you
you're in
forget-
for.
Yeah, you sort of. I think that's.
And when it comes to
Well, it's what I was
science,
saying earlier about things feeling like best of collections. I'd say 28 Days Later and Sunshine are both massive best of collection movies, and there's nothing wrong with that.
No,
as long as you
no.
make it entertaining and do
Because,
something good with it.
Yeah.
well, sci-fi fans like this kind of look to a film set in the future. I want to see more of it, but in different scenarios, different people, different stories. But that kind of set.
Yeah.
And
You
the way,
can feel as if-
the way I came to this as well was not that it was a horror film. I remember I'd heard people say that had gross bits in it, but I thought it was just I thought it was a sci-fi action film with like a la Aliens or something, rather than
Oh, sure.
full
More aliens than Alien.
Yeah, exactly. Rather than full up horror and like hell and shit like that. I had no idea that that's what it was.
Actually, interestingly, I had to talk about this the other day. They do the same thing in this, that a person being exposed to space without a suit.
Yeah.
The exactly same thing happens to Chris Evans in Sunshine. The exact same thing, pretty much. He has to get blown out the airlock and put back in the ship.
They do, yeah. But there was three of them,
Did
and one of
they-
them goes off.
Yeah, but there's still the kind of like
Yeah.
because I think two guys are allowed a suit and one's not.
They play on. One guy's allowed a suit.
Wasn't it?
Is
Kind
it
of,
one guy,
Give it-
the
they
other
give it
two
to
aren't?
the- Yeah, the
wasn't
other
the
two.
science behind it all? Where he blows the air out and all the blood comes out, kind of debuffed. The sort of.
Yeah, that's
idea.
not right. I think Sunshine, because Sunshine played up more the kind of it's freezing.
The cold.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so you'll freeze instantly if
Because
you're
in
not.
Guardians of the,
The
Galaxy,
actual-
kind of, he freezes.
The
really
actual
quickly.
truth of this is that in space, despite everything you've heard, you would die of suffocation first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You would die of suffocation as long as it takes a person to die of suffocation.
Yeah.
You wouldn't explode. You don't freeze into a T1000 popsicle. You don't like I don't know all these, but like in The Simpsons when they inflate, you would just suffocate.
Yeah, because a vacuum is an insulator.
Mm.
That's why
Exactly, so-
thermoses have a vacuum in them. Don't they?
Precisely.
Just
So
like
like it's not the facts of going into space are much less interesting than because I would prefer. I kind of wouldn't prefer it, but I sort of would prefer if people just exploded.
People have been
Because it would be cool.
exposed to space for short periods of time by accident.
Yeah,
haven't they? That was a-
In
I
Gravity,
think so.
one of the other guys, there's obviously the accident that occurs in space. I'm sure
Well, the
someone.
third astronaut, he had. I think
Then
he.
he had to. His head
He gets hit in the
exploded.
head.
I think he
Yeah.
gets his head caved in by a bit of debris.
Right,
and then-
debris,
yeah.
So I thought it did the whole, head popped in space.
He's from EastEnders, that guy.
Is he?
Yeah, he dies in the first 10 minutes if you haven't seen Gravity. Spoilers.
There's a bit here where you hear water sloshing around in something, but then they say everything's
Space,
frozen.
no one can hear you scream.
Yeah.
But it's not space, is it? I suppose. But yeah, no, it should be frozen.
I guess.
I do like artificial gravity in sci-fi movies because they did the whole magnetic boots bit.
Yeah,
before they
yeah,
went
yeah.
out. It's
Which
cool.
just means that nothing else floats, of course.
Mm.
Like your arms are still pinned by your side.
Yeah, indeed. I like that in the long shots of this corridor it sort of looks like a big eye. And eyes
it's
are
like
a visual
watching
thing that
you.
come back over and over.
Yeah. This is a weird idea, this blowing up the corridor thing, because as we'll see later, it has no practical effect whatsoever. If the fucking core is about to suck you to somewhere you don't want to go, the idea is that you blow up the corridor and separate as a lifeboat in the forward sector. First thing, when he has to arm it, he has to arm each one individually, and the button that does it is at the fucking wrong end of the corridor. So in theory, you've got to go the length of the corridor and then back again before you're safe.
God.
And it's like, how many miles long is... What? Who designed that? And why can't they just be
It's
a
not
big
a very
button?
efficient way to
No,
describe
exactly.
a ship, is it?
They got the whole ship was totally designed and finished, and then like somebody's nephew was brought on his work experience. So like, finish that, mate.
Hello!
Oh, I put the controls at the wrong end. I better not tell anyone.
No!
There's a great shot in the moment where it has that sort of strobe lighting, and you see all the blood and guts.
Yeah, that's nice. Yeah, that's nice.
It's a good use of lightning in this actually.
Yeah,
because it really just
It's
reveals.
a great setup for what's occurred.
Although that doesn't
Yeah.
make sense. You shouldn't see lightning in the corridor because there's no windows.
There's no windows
So why are we seeing lightning here?
That is true.
because it's not really It's not very clear that those panels are
I
transparent. They
said
look
emails
Well,
to
from
Adrian
outside,
Biddle, but he's
yeah,
passed
yeah.
away.
like...
Dear the estate of Adrian Biddle.
No,
Dear
but
the late
you
Adrian
cannot-
Biddle.
This will make you make you sick, wouldn't
They
it?
said on set they felt
Yeah,
ill.
because you'd have to. You have to either look down or just look straight ahead. No, if you look straight ahead, it still makes you feel rough.
It's
Yeah.
fucking cool, isn't
So I
it?
just close my eyes and just run.
Did you close your eyes? Don't fucking trip though, mate. Jesus Christ.
Now
Oh, get off it!
that is it's explained as what? It's some sort of magnetic field that has something to do with keeping but essentially what he does is create a singularity in that.
Yeah, in the confines of that chamber.
Yeah. When the
It
rings within the.
It
Yeah.
contains Paul Anderson's ego.
But the idea is that it is to hell, isn't it? You've got the circles of hell. And she goes to some
This
party.
shot here.
Yeah, this
Think
is
I-
really clever.
There you
That's
go.
close.
Yeah.
Got skulls in it. It's like, what the fuck did they do to each other? Who was the last? There must have been one person left who did that.
It looks like a
Go
Mortal Kombat level, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It's like you punch someone to death and like 4 skulls come out.
Fatality.
Also, that really kind of ropey CG.
Yeah, CG
Yeah.
coolant.
Yeah, it doesn't look particularly brilliant, does it?
But a long time ago.
It was, yeah. It's what?
1997.
27, isn't it?
So it's
Yeah.
18 years old.
So it would have been, most effects would have been done early 97. So it's pretty impressive still.
You've got the crucifix window.
Yeah. See, it's not terribly subtle, but it doesn't matter because it's kind of got
But
that
the
kind of
ideas are
schlockiness and stuff.
simple, but they keep you. I mean, it's this whole thing about like ship's log, and you go, "Oh fuck! Like, what's that gonna have on it?" You're like,
Yeah.
You know, and it's that creepy build up that is brilliant.
I think
the
simple
payoff
but effective
isn't quite
is
good enough, but only just. I think it's.
I think that's the problem with a lot of these things, isn't it?
Yeah.
You build loads of tension, then you can never. It's really difficult to pay something
this
like
does
this
a
off.
great job.
Oh,
don't get
yeah,
me wrong,
yeah,
but
yeah,
But
yeah.
it's that's the thing. This bit's great when she turns around straight into the.
Blah!
Hello!
Welcome to my nightmare, bitch.
Welcome to prime time.
It's like he's been very itchy and scratchy.
Looks like a really bad case of psoriasis.
Eczema.
Don't laugh at me!
You want to put some cream on that, mate?
Who is that supposed to be? Is it supposed to be the captain?
I presume so.
Because he ripped his own eyes out, didn't he?
Yeah,
But
yeah.
then someone put a spike through his head or something. But that person's bald.
Like, pulled his hair out. Stuff up someone's bum.
He worried it out.
Probably.
He's worried with his hair. Or maybe it's just Richard O'Brien. Or Duncan Goodhue. Oh, look at that laser thing is so alien, isn't it?
Yeah, very much so.
Very much so.
This was a set as well, the Bond stage, I think.
It's fucking cool, isn't it? I love how the lights align when they...
I'll be there. I think I'll be saying to, like, Sam Neill's character, why did you design such a scary fucking shit?
Yeah, what were you thinking? Was this like your metal phase? What the fuck's wrong with you? Throw a bit of white in there, you psychopath.
My wife did the interior decorating. So, no wonder she fucking killed herself. Sorry,
What are the spikes for? There's a space spikes.
So anyway...
Sam Neill there has designed some horribly infernal hellish thing in his goth phase. I was working through some stuff at the time.
Heart of the ship. Giant nut.
He was listening to Slayer the whole time. He was designing this.
It's like a really evil, like Terry's chocolate orange, isn't it?
Terry's Chocolate Evil.
It's not Terry's, it's mine.
The orange. You opened it. We came.
Would they be saying that to Dawn
Do you like it? I like the bit in the middle when you take all the segments off. And then anyway, do you live here?
I can't eat a whole one.
Yeah. This is my mate Chatty.
So that's a black hole, I guess. Well, because now there is. I'm gonna start actually adding some trivia because I did read a thing about that. I read some of the script or some of the screenplay rather prior to the rewrites that happened because there was a scene that was storyboarded but never shot about this crew trying to rescue. You know the thing that Miller talks about where the guy's on fire. The thing that there was that. I believe it was a rescue. Sequence.
Well, you're saying that there was like a more of an extended flashback.
No, it wasn't a flashback. It was at the start of the film. That's what we open with is them trying to rescue that thing, and then it's like jumps forward to the events of now. There was also a shot of the dimension that the ship goes to beyond the thing, where it was like a real just dark world with a planet. There was like a planet that was like oily or something like that, and a hand came out of the planet or something like that. There was a lot more. Yeah, there was design to that. That was supposed to, but it all stuff that would have been hugely expensive to shoot.
I love this shot here when Sean jumps with the sparks.
Yeah,
that's great.
It's actually him.
He's still got a fag in his mouth as well.
Yeah.
That's like my fucking auntie, man. My dad accidentally... She's like 80-something. My dad accidentally tripped her up once. She had a tray of tea. She went fucking flying down on her face. Picked herself up, still had a lit fag in her mouth. Amazing. To be fair, my auntie's Scottish and has sideburns. So she's pretty like...
Yeah, my grandma was Scottish. And
Didn't have sideburns, though.
No, she had sideburns. Had a fag everywhere she went, though.
Well, I bet you as well.
Look, I'm just getting out of my chair, son. I better have a fag. Oh no, I better have a cigarette before I.
That's it, man. My auntie just sits around eating fish and chips and smoking. She's like 89.
Wicked.
Still does her own shopping and shit.
Indestructible.
I think she would just soak up bullets, I reckon.
It's the Scottish water, mate.
Mate,
there.
it's orange, it's
Full of
fizzy, they call it
toothpicks.
iron brew. Uh-oh.
I think in a way though, like this film, you could see a bit more, but I like the fact that it doesn't show too much.
Yeah, and
I
I think...
you need to see.
But also, because it's a horror film, you cannot have like a 2-hour film on horror. It doesn't really.
Well, I think if you're going to play with
doesn't
concepts
go
of
well
hell,
with, Friday night audiences.
if you're saying, oh, it's hell, you need to be ambiguous about that because that is a fucking can of worms to introduce, you know. And it's cooler to not show too much.
The earlier
Scary.
cuts, I think, was more specific about it actually being hell. Whereas, yeah, you're right. They chose to leave it more ambiguous in this cut.
Was it more recently that they'd found a work print, like a VHS?
They found a VHS copy of the first cut, I think, which ran longer. There's this rumour about there being like a whole half an hour of violent scenes, which is bullshit.
Blowing smoke up your ass.
Yeah, I don't even know if he started that, to be honest. And who wants to see that? I don't think it would just be really boring.
Is it like a 15-minute musical number?
Yeah.
Like a salsa section?
I got no eyes, got no eyes, no worries.
Gee, that's swell, we've all been to hell, and now we're gonna die in space.
Oh, I was wrong. It was
was
hell all along.
That's the whole thing. We're trying to visualise hell. The simpler it is, it kind of more effective it is.
That's a funny one, isn't it?
The more that's left up to you.
This film basically says it's hell. When they fucking did the Doom film, it wasn't hell, and they kind of like, I remember it was so funny at the time it was coming out. There was loads of interviews with the director and the stars, and they kind of like, so does it hell? And they kind of go like, well, it depends on your interpretation of hell. So no, it's not hell. It either is or it isn't. Like in the games, it was very clear it was about fucking hell, and now in the movie it's kind of like, oh, they're genetically warped by blah blah blah. No, it was fucking demons and shit. Like, Event Horizon did it. What the fuck's wrong with you?
But yeah, because it's a more of a scientific hell, this, isn't it? He says it's a dimension.
Yeah, it's a dimension.
Chaos.
It's like an actual location.
But it's like it's gone through, you know, the time shift, or no, the warp drive, whatever it was, and it's
gravity drive.
Gravity drive, and it came back. So something's on it, like a ghost or
yeah.
like,
I mean,
like
I think
living consciousness.
Because again, there's more dialogue in the screenplay about singularities and what they are, and that actually what it's created is what is the problem, not the place it goes to is chaotic. It's to do with the fact that like everything cancels everything out in a singularity. You know, it's like, and it's also like time is so that's why I think the weird beast or whatever he is at the end was supposed to be kind of what implied to be the devil, in that it's like it's a consciousness that's been around since the dawn of time and the end of time. You know, it's like a 4-dimensional consciousness that can fucking do anything it wants, and that's why by creating a singularity you allow something like that to enter well, there was all stuff like that, you know, that was all kind of interesting, but I guess bit probably
I think you don't want to over-explain it, you know.
Exactly, yeah.
I don't think it gets bogged down too much to the technical side. You know, or like just going so far with its kind of ideas, you get lost on its audience. You know.
But I mean, the dialogue was quite clever. It was about him sort of saying, "Do you know what a singularity is?" And it's this and it's that.
Yeah, because what you described actually sounded pretty cool.
Yeah, it was the way it was put in the script worked. Like I think it worked quite well as dialogue, but it would have added, I don't know, 4 minutes or something.
You got to hand this movie that, right? 95 minutes. That's cool. Yeah, I think something like this should be lean. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I think for such a short film, the build-up is very good. Like it's in a few scenes, but it doesn't feel like it's been rushed into. You know.
It doesn't feel like it's been rushed, but once everything kicks off, it kind of speeds up a bit too quickly. And I always wanted kind of more of that. Them together, trying to figure out how to get out, and you know
they could have played up the time aspect a bit more, because they do say they're running out of time because of oxygen. Yeah, and that does feel like a factor, but actually, they could have played that up a bit more. They could have made that like more of an urgency. What the fuck? Get this bullshit! Larry Fishburne's great in this, actually.
Yeah, he's fucking cool.
Commanding presence.
Yeah, Larry seems to be kind of slumming it a bit these days, doesn't he?
You see him at like premiere, like for the Man of Steel premiere, I think he turned up in some like purple weird suit that was like all...
We know his daughter's a porn star. He's disowned his daughter.
Has he?
I'm not saying I haven't checked it out.
Oh, hey. I like the way they've all got, because the idea is, isn't it, that they're all... Again, this is what's great, is that they don't shy away from the fact that all these actors are different nationalities. They've all got
because I think
flags on their
Jason Isaacs has like a version of the EU flag on and stuff.
Yeah, exactly. So, which is great. I mean, I think that...
Yeah, definitely.
What does Weir have on him?
He's New Zealand.
New Zealand, okay.
Because he's a Kiwi. He doesn't sound like it.
He kind of does his sort of Englishy thing.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever heard Sam Neill actually sound Kiwi.
Because funnily enough, I've seen him play Aussies.
Right, yeah.
You know,
yeah.
Speaking of which, I'm sure on this podcast we've talked about Dead Calm before. Fucking love Dead Calm.
What's the one In the Mouth of Madness? That's
Yeah,
fucked up. That is really
yeah,
good.
I love
man.
that film.
Yeah,
Brilliant,
that's an underrated bit of Carpenter.
That's probably the
That is.
last decent Carpenter film.
Yeah, and it's a bit of a blip at that point in his career as well.
Yeah, yeah.
It's just
know
all I
about
remember from it is that scene when he tries to drive out of the town and he keeps ending up back in
Back
the
in
town.
the same place, yeah.
And that's fact.
That's
The woman who's
fucked
like
up.
all like spider, like turns into. Oh.
And just the fact there's that kind of vague mob the
Yeah.
whole time is really oppressive.
And it's the actor from Ghostbusters 2, Vigo, who works in the bar. He goes into
Oh.
the village.
Well, Vigo's in Die Hard, isn't he?
Yeah.
He's one of the goons. Yeah, and obviously Jürgen Prochnow is the guy.
In the submarine.
Was he? Are you going to go to Eddie Izzard's?
Yeah, what is it? Yeah.
It's
Jürgen Prochnow. It was a tangerine. Or
It's
like
like
orange.
It's inside a tangerine,
Yeah,
and they're trying to push the pips back
Yeah,
in.
it's the orange because it's like it's getting into an orange. It's like the inside of Das Boot. And it's like Jürgen Prochnow. Push the pips into bits they don't expect.
Yeah, that's it. Fucking hell.
Trying to break in.
Actually, I was big into my fucking Eddie Izzard about the same time this movie
that's
came
true.
out.
Me too. Yeah.
VHS of Glorious and the other ones.
So it's starting to affect his mind. I mean, what?
Well, he's already been kind of bit loopy.
Again, the
since
closer.
beginning.
Yeah, but the closer
Because
he gets, the more.
the ship's kind of.
It's
taken
that thing.
over.
It's like latched onto his insecurity about his
Yeah.
wife.
Yeah.
He's
much
already-
like it does
he's
to the
gone
woman with
in
their
already
kid.
mentally weak.
But he's the creator as well, isn't he?
Yeah.
Creator.
Yeah.
The creator. He is home.
And he'll be the most influential on them as well. Because
Yeah.
he's, he knows everything about the ship.
He's the boss man.
Yeah.
Kind of gravity drive. The way he makes it out though is that he did it all. Like the bit where he goes into, he's like, "Hang on," when all the lights go out, and he just goes in and replaces a circuit board or something. It's like,
Yeah.
you know every part of that, really? You couldn't have got someone else to do the lighting. Like, really, we had to do everything.
Yeah, even the lights knows where the vending machines are.
Yeah, well, that's interesting as well. Is that there isn't, there
He
don't seem
crawls
to be
in
any
there when he's
quarters.
claustrophobic.
I know,
I'm
yeah.
like, fuck that.
Very. But yeah, this is. I mean, it's the design of all this is.
The sets are fucking wicked. They're so nice. I mean, okay, design-wise, it's a bit kind of derivative of Alien, but that's all good. Like Ollie said, it kind of invokes something else.
It's a
So you kind
sleeker
of-
alien, I suppose. In a way.
It's got a slightly organic, a more organic-y type thing going on as well, hasn't it?
It's clinical.
Well, I think actually because the two distinct ships, their ship is very much like a kind of Nostromo interior, where this one's a bit
Yeah.
more. If you want to get with Star Trek, it looks like a Cardassian type design. Where it's
Kim
all-
Kardashian.
Kim Kardashian.
Inside of my asshole. The fun of it takes place inside of there.
My massive ass.
Well, it's like whole like Red Dwarf with the whole submarine in space sort of thing.
Yeah, right.
You've got these sort of support columns that are kind of. But yeah.
What's it called? It's got that sort of very cathedral-like look on the outside.
Yeah.
you
Well,
know.
that was
Slightly
the
Gothic
idea.
feel,
He said
wasn't
they studied Notre Dame. Didn't they scan a model of Notre Dame or something and build just try to take it apart and build the event horizon out
Yeah,
of it?
and
Basically.
the whole gothic thing's so apt.
This is unpleasant. Didn't they
He's
put maggots on him at one
Got
point?
the
didn't
can scare. Don't you see some maggots in this? In some of the flash cuts and stuff.
they? Yeah, they're all over their faces and stuff. But apparently they tried to put it on the kid's legs, but he freaked out. Or something.
Oddly enough,
Understandable.
yeah.
Yeah.
Come on, you pussy.
Yeah,
it's just
apparently
some
they
maggots.
did all those prosthetics and stuff while he was with a sheet, so he couldn't see them.
Oh, right.
And then they took them off, like right at the last minute to film and stuff, which has got to probably be worse.
He's still in therapy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's like, what have you done to my legs? Yeah, right, yeah, fucking hell.
What was I reading? God, some child actor or other, like from some like classic movie. They pretty much told him that they showed him like a puppy and said, "Oh, this puppy's yours." Or I think it actually was his puppy, and then they took it away and said, "Yeah, we shot that puppy to make the kid cry."
Yeah,
and the
that's
kid was
right.
just
What was
fucked up.
it?
I was reading that recently. I can't remember. It's some
Yeah.
sort of classic Hollywood type deal,
That's
isn't
right,
it?
yeah.
Fucking hell, man! Just rub some onions in the poor cunt's eyes. Don't like tell him his puppy's
It'd be a bit
dead.
harsh if it was like Spielberg doing it to like Drew Barrymore.
Yeah.
No, yeah, this bit is a bit weird because
Oh,
he
interesting.
literally goes like, "We're about to go away, and then it suddenly just goes like they've
Yeah.
jumped straight and they're all dead now. Or
That
they're
guy, the captain of the Event Horizon, is one of the council of judges in
Man of
Judge
Steel.
Dredd. No, Judge
Oh,
Dredd
just,
film.
oh, yes, of course.
No.
You see, then it just jumps to them essentially fucking each other and killing each other, right? You can kind of see that.
Yeah.
And it's like, why
It
would
all goes a bit like. Have you guys seen that film Society?
No.
I've seen clips of it, and it's absolutely it's so gross. Where it's like aliens having sex with each other, but there's like people getting inside their bodies and stuff. Just if you go online, and put a picture in like Society, there's a bloke with his face coming out someone's bum, right? And
Okay.
and it feels a bit like
That's a
that.
Stuart Gordon movie, isn't it? Society.
You might be right.
I think. Yeah, I know about Society. I've not seen it. It sounded way fun.
It's yeah. Someone asked me to review it, and I was like, no way.
all right.
No.
I know, he's gone into the mint room. It's
I
like
gotta
this.
climb inside this Viscount.
It says Viscount. Activate the Viscount drive.
It's called a Viscount Drive. I invented it. It's like, he's like
Pulls out these giant like after 8 mints.
after eight.
You'll see
It
that
takes 8 million after eights to power this.
it's the combination of low cocoa chocolate and mint fondant that makes all this possible.
Yeah.
I thought it wants to come out. It's so fresh.
It's like my eyes are watering from the menthol. It's like being inside a fucking Vicks Faker rub.
All right, I'm coming out, but I'm just gonna lick the wall a bit more first. It tastes like well minty. I just want to be fresh. I quite fancy that Jolie Richardson, and I reckon I got skank breath in it. Sam Neill. All right, I'm Sam Neill, blood. You get me? Fucking dinosaurs and shit. Laugh fans away, blood. You get me? You feel me? I swear down.
Where did you get the utility belt from?
It's a sonic screwdriver.
He had it on, I think.
Oh, did he?
Oh, look, there's the
Oh,
classic
yeah.
shift and
Yeah, truck in and
track in and zoom out.
Very much like Hitchcock, isn't it? And
Was
what was
it?
it? Was it
Jaws is what-
Vertigo? Was it
Jaws.
Vertigo?
He does it in Vertigo, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, Jaws fucking does that wicked Roy Scheider.
Nailed
Like,
it. Right? Yeah.
there's a proper name for that. I can't remember what it's called.
That camera move, you cannot do it that often.
You can't do it really anymore
overuse,
because it got used in every fucking like
It's a bit
Jason
like the
sequel.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
bit like the Wilhelm scream, isn't it? You got kind of.
They're still throwing that in though. You know,
Yeah,
'cause it was
I
it was like quite a lot in the third Hobbit film. They used it. Peter Jackson used it like 3 times, I think.
That joke's been worn out. I picked up some new drum and bass the other week and it had a Wilhelm scream in the middle of it. And I was like, that truly shows it's fucking everywhere. And, like,
It's totally been trolled.
it's one of those insider jokes. It doesn't work anymore. It's kind of like the
funny
Atari
in Star Wars,
burrowing
you know.
games in the desert. It's not an insider thing anymore. Everyone knows about
The
it.
guy who plays the Burning Man. The Burning Man.
Burning Man.
Is a chap called Noah Huntley, who I didn't meet, but I was sort of around when I was thinking of Snow White and the Huntsman, because he was in that.
Really?
Yeah, weird. Yeah, he's only that. That's what you see of him in this, but he's now sort of.
He's
He
been on
plays the
fire
king.
since
He's been on
1986.
fire.
You can't.
His career, however, not so much.
It's because he keeps
But
setting off
it's-
fire alarms all
It's
the time.
certainly going better than mine.
Don't light your cigarettes off of me. That's so disrespectful. I need some more Vaseline. You know how much this hurts.
It looks like they've cleaned the back wall.
I was going to say that, but if you,
Oh, no,
it's
they're
that
there.
one that's
It's still there.
foul.
Ah, right. You think you'd try not to hang around in that room.
Yeah,
It's the fact that you imagine what being in that room would be like
Rotting
psychologically.
flesh as
It's like
well,
it would.
smell.
Yeah, I mean, because presumably that was frozen for a long time, and now it's
Farted.
thawing out. But
Mate.
there's literally skulls like on the fucking wall. Wouldn't they? I guess because they were frozen to, when they all start dropping off,
stop
bits of
melting
hunks
off.
of flesh and shit falling off.
Let's assume they're kind of petrified because of space reasons.
Yes,
Because otherwise it's just like loads of human soup all
Yeah,
over the
it's
floor.
fucking rank. Like, and it,
Get some.
This shit is fucked.
he does say
This
doesn't he
shit
say
is
that?
fucked, and we don't have any Dettol to clean the walls. Isn't there any fucking bleach in here?
This is a standard camera move to do, isn't it? Around it, like because the camera just goes around.
Around the team.
Yeah. Yeah, it's quite that bit of dialogue's a bit jumped over, but he says you've already. What does he say? You've already broken the laws of science. You didn't think there'd be a price or something.
Yeah,
like that.
yeah.
But yeah. This bit he goes Irish.
There's nothing odd going on here. It's just a big hunk of metal in space.
Spears.
He's got that scar, hasn't he, Jason Isaacs? Down his that they put on him every day. It's prosthetic, but it runs down his chest because the implication being that he, when he was younger or whatever, had a horrendous operation on his chest. That's why Weir cuts him open.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Finds your weaknesses, isn't it?
Yeah, that's it. It's about kind of tailored fears and
Yeah.
anxieties, which is nice. It's one of those things as well, you know, because like if the film's about people escaping a burning building, it's like, well, the worst is you just die. Like the worst case scenario if you're in this scenario is you fucking go to hell and it's awful.
Yeah,
It's kind of like, oh, you get all your worst fears made flesh, great, forever,
Yeah,
good.
Yeah.
Whereas a mad gunman or whatever just fucking shoots you.
Yeah. I know, that's why. And it's quite tragic at the end of this that, Miller does go to hell.
Yeah.
With Weir, like spoilers, sorry.
Spoilers.
Been watching this now just with our commentary, like, oh, for fuck's sake!
You've had 18 years to catch up, motherfuckers. No complaints.
Exactly,
I think I'll watch it for the first time with a commentary by some dickheads on the internet.
That'll clear things nice and clear. Oh my god!
Dear internet, I'd like to complain in the strongest terms.
Now I'm going out for some frozen yogurt.
Endures the shark loses.
Yeah, I mean, would there be fog in space?
Space fog.
Well,
Spog.
Haven't they gone? It looks like it feels to me they've gone closer to the planet.
I think it's
in
some
a decaying orbit, is what they say.
Yeah, I think you can write it off as space bullshit, can't you? It's kind of.
Is that a door hanging off the thing in the background? I'm trying to see what's in there.
Oh yeah, it's like a locker door hanging
Yeah,
on.
yeah. It's all a bit Resident Evil when you start. I mean, that's how they could have approached this as well, is to have a bit more looking around the place, finding shit like
I think so as well.
That's funny, is it? Because it's effectively, and I love Dead Space. Dead Space effectively in virtually all the first one in all facets is essentially a rip-off of Resident Evil 4. Controls the same way.
Yeah, it does
has the same item system, shop system.
It's Resident
got
Evil
its own gimmicks and
gameplay mechanics, but with Event Horizon.
Yeah, totally.
Dead Space would make an amazing film.
Well,
it already has, hasn't it?
Yeah, I was going to say, a few times over.
with the added thing, with the big kind of monolith kind of thing they find.
Yeah.
The trouble is that isn't that game? I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but I've not played all of it. But isn't it just one person going through that experience?
Yeah,
who's mute most of the time.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yes,
Well, it's one of these things again. Games aren't films,
did
films aren't games.
They did do a prequel, but in animated form, which is actually pretty good. The back where
they used to be on
what
Netflix,
happened
didn't
on
they?
the ship before he arrived.
There's the second one has some really funny digs at Scientology in it as well. There's a whole subplot that's basically taking a piss out of Scientology.
Dead Space was terrifying. I couldn't play it.
I played
too
the demo and I couldn't. Like, it was
Dead Space 1 and 2 are fucking tremendous.
Yeah,
If you like this movie, then
game,
shit.
but I couldn't play it for extended periods.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, man, even I was
Doom
a bit
3
sort of
got me
ooh.
like that. I couldn't play
Zah.
that. I was a pussy with that.
Yeah, space.
Kathleen Quinlan, isn't it? Who's the Peters, right?
What has she done?
Oh, she did do. What has she done? I saw her in something else. I can't remember what it was now.
She's got a bit of the Carrie-Anne Moss to her, hasn't she?
A little bit.
Little
She's
bit.
really good though. She is in other stuff. Yeah.
She's always the one that I remember from this. Like, I always remember her performance as one of the less named actors, always, because the whole thing with her kid and stuff.
I think this was like later on in her career, and I think she went off. She actually went off and had kids.
You were saying earlier about how it's trying to break in through the door.
Yeah.
What is going on in this ship isn't made clear.
They all see it though.
Yeah.
So it's not just his imagination.
Yeah, something's physically happening to that door.
Yeah. And it looks like sort of like clawed fingers smashing into the door or something, but.
Became a Chinese bird.
Wedgie,
No one ever holds him to account for doing that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? No one ever goes, secure Dr. Weir. He drives around the fucking door.
I'm in quarantine.
Yeah. Put him in the nutty room.
Punch him in the balls.
Oh,
Punch him
God.
in the balls.
I hate this bit as a kid. It's like, no. Well, I was a teenager.
It's
Child.
nasty, isn't it? The way you kind of.
Yeah. And it's well done. Like, it's quite, the way you see
When
it.
you see the veins.
And all the
Doesn't
stuff
he
on the
suddenly
screen.
become lucid again just before he's about to?
Yeah, because that's the idea. It wants him to experience it. But it's controlling him doing it. And the thing is, it's like, it's that clinical thing of the machine counting down and doing it all, and you can't stop it. And there's no, it's that sort of.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It just adds a certain amount of. Clinicism? Is that a word? I don't know.
Yeah, I think. I know what you mean. Clinicism.
Yeah, because she's a sort of mother figure to them, isn't she?
Yeah. Was she called that baby bear or something? Or?
Yeah, baby bear.
Yeah.
I love what they do to his voice in there as well. They kind of make it echoey, but
Oh, when you
demonic.
laugh. Oh,
No, now.
when he talks.
Now while he's talking, it doesn't. It's like, did you see it? And it's like echoes. But again, that's what's good. It's like you don't know what he saw,
Yeah.
but you're like, what the fuck was that like? Like for the
What,
brief
what
moment. he
did
was
that to him?
Yeah, I know. And that's the thing, it could have seemed like an eternity to him, because if he's gone through a singularity where time and space is all...
Oh, that musical cue was very much like Poltergeist.
Yeah. The composer, I've seen
Kamen.
it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Michael
Kamen, that's
Kamen.
right.
But it's
can't
done with
remember what I
Orbital,
saw.
isn't it? Is it
I
Orbital?
saw something.
Yes, Orbital.
Yeah, I saw something, but there's a note he uses in this that he uses in a lot of films. It's just one note, with strings and stuff.
Oh,
and it's
really?
Yeah, I've heard it in lots
There's
of
lots of kind of those
There's other
string
films.
stabs in it, like
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
great
yeah.
sort of horror
Mark
movie.
Kamen wasn't one for horror. I mean, he didn't really compose for that genre. far
Does a
as I'm
fucking
aware.
great job in this.
Yeah, he did a good job. He's just like Goldsmith, he's very much versatile. He can change his style to fit a certain film.
Yeah.
But his talents lie in action scores, I think, Kamen. And,
Yeah.
I wanted to see Orbital when they reformed, but they were charging like 45 quid a ticket. Fuck that. I mean, I'm paying 50 quid to see The Prodigy in May, but that's The Prodigy. Orbital. Come on.
Ugh.
I'm turning into Stallone.
He's like, oh, this is awesome.
He's in the Paparami chamber.
Yeah.
Pepperoni.
That's a good shot of his feet lifting off the floor. It's really effective, that.
Yeah.
Sort of- Oh god. Coming out.
You try and call that coffee. What was he thinking?
God.
Oh. That's a bit unwise. But this is all quite effectively done. I mean, this is done hanging upside down.
You shouldn't be able to hear him scream.
Well, you don't. That's what I like about it. As the air
Oh, I
escapes,
thought-
the scream
Oh,
goes,
see.
and then
Okay. That's alright then.
This is all right.
Oh no,
Oh,
there.
no, you can hear it there.
But however, there's some kind of gas in the air, in the atmosphere.
Yeah,
Sound can
that's true.
travel.
That's true. They're in a lower orbit or something.
It's a bit of a cunty thing to point out, though, isn't it? In the film about hell.
Yeah.
Oh, space never could hear the scream.
I'm turning this off right now.
This is
Going
unrealistic.
to the boo.
The documentary Event Horizon was most disappointing.
I was hoping to find out.
Where's that lightning coming from? I presume it's on the window.
Well, it's out the
It's lightning.
window, yeah. Spitening.
Spitening.
What are all those things? This weird, like, tentacular things coming off
Yeah,
the
it's
chair.
very, it's very like surgical tools. Isn't it?
Yeah, like cannons or something.
Yeah. It's like the chair's
Let's
gonna,
get it on.
it's like the chair's going to come alive and get you.
Yeah, it does look like
Yeah,
that.
it's got a slightly organic-y type.
We put him in there, in the space capsule, like. That water's about 12 years old, but he'll be a little
I gave it a bit of a stare.
With
It was
me
a
dick.
bit funky.
I
I
got
got me
in it.
dick in there.
It looks like me old bath water. Gobshite!
Don't worry, I scooped out most of the cum.
Heck,
Damo Fitzgibbon.
drink! Girls.
Father Jack in space.
Now that I would.
Oh, I'd fucking watch that.
That's what's causing this whole problem. Is I open the door and
Heck,
He's behind the fucking singularity, wiping his
Father
face on a
Jack
puppy.
It's like now they're only trying to quiz him now.
Yeah,
What's
now
going
suddenly, where he's had some slightly
well,
sketchy
they were
motivations.
earlier. They were sort of saying to him, with Cooper and stuff,
Yeah.
having a go at him and that. And now finally Miller's breaking the kind of peace because he's been trying to keep everyone under control, hasn't he?
Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh. Great bit of, great act off here, isn't it?
Yeah.
Come on, gentlemen. Act.
That's what I like as well. Again, it's totally kind of like schlocky dialogue and stuff, but they're fucking giving it their all, and it gives it that
Yeah.
kind of quality. It makes
and
it
it's
sort
that
of.
thing as well is like again the greatest parts of this film actually. I mean, why people go on about wanting to see more gore. What makes it effective is you don't see it, and it's what the tension is built in these sort of conversations where it's just two people in the corridor. But I'm like, yeah, what the fuck? Like, you want it, that's what draws you into it. I think.
You want to get drawn into these debates and
Yeah,
arguments.
yeah. That would never have stood the test of time if it had been all gore and fucking. If you'd just seen everything, maybe we would have given it.
Fucking, then it'd be Jason X.
Yeah.
Not that there's anything wrong with Jason X. I love me some Jason
It
X.
has its I think that's pretty much that and the first one are the only ones I've seen.
That's great. You've got like a digest. You've pretty much seen everything by doing so. Except for
Is
Jason
it Jason
Takes
X when
Manhattan.
he shoves that woman's head in the cold vat?
Yeah.
It show is, and then smashes
Oh,
it on
yeah,
the side.
that's
This
amazing.
this bit's quite good when he puts his head against the hole. And he gets the
Yeah.
It goes straight into his head. It's like it sort of just plugged straight into his head. And gives
Oh,
him
that
that
shot, yeah.
horrible
Yeah.
imagery.
And that's where it's so effective because
that's supposed to kind of indicate what the other guy who went into space.
No. This is because you see, it's all his crew members. It's his hell that it shows him. Like it's going. This is where you're gonna end up, and of course he does. But that was all like Cooper and thing. But I mean that. Fucking, it stays in your brain, doesn't it? Because it's that fast.
All the barbed wire and stuff.
Yeah, you're not sure what you saw, but you're just like, oh, can you imagine that? Imagine that if you did that, if that happened to you, and you're like.
Again, they do a similar thing in Sunshine, but it's all based around images hidden in lens flares.
Yeah, but it's done for the audience rather than the character.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It's not like a.
It's a non-diegetic moment in Sunshine, where it's a diegetic device in Event Horizon.
There is apparently an X-wing in the design of that ship somewhere, and I've yet to see it. But
That's cool.
Somewhere in there, hidden, is an X-wing. So again, this is just a conversation, but this is what sets the mood of this film.
Exactly. When he tells him, he's got the translation wrong. Yeah. So the corrected term is far more frightening.
Yeah, what a great bit of framing as well. It's that huge set and they're sitting directly opposite in that arch.
Yeah. Again, kind of like an eye.
This whole kind of ocular fixation, and like in that flash forward, it was the eyes with the barbed wire and stuff.
So again, I mean, like I was talking about, they were going to film this as a set piece, but actually, it's far more powerful just hearing him tell the story because effectively you're seeing his reaction to it rather than it happening, and having to have your own reaction. It's like you see it through him.
And like he's acting his arse off as well.
Yeah.
Sort of getting misty-eyed and shit.
Yeah.
And the camera's getting closer and closer with every line of dialogue. So let's get closer now.
Warning, team. What is it, Pickle? Danger, Will Robinson.
That's right.
Danger, Will Robinson. Ba 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 ba. Wasn't that Orbital, the Lost in Space theme tune? It's Orbital or Left Field. It's a UK fucking 90s dance act. Did the music to Lost in Space, or contributed the theme, wasn't it?
I don't think it's Orbital.
No, it is because I had it on tape. I bought the single.
Really?
Dude, the fucking theme to Lost in Space is wicked.
I love that.
It's the 60s.
The whole score though is completely bland. You get to the end. You've got this.
I think that's it. There was like a single on the soundtrack that was Orbital, because me and my flatmate listened to it over Christmas. Like we'd sit around like put fucking Lost in Space theme tune on.
This bit is just horrible. His face. Wait, nods. He's like, well, that figures.
Right, I'm going home.
He does say that, but I love after you see all the horrible ships. He goes, first he says,
this ship.
No, he goes, we're leaving.
Oh my god. It's like you turn up at a breakfast buffet and all the bacon's gone. We're leaving. We gotta get out of here. That's not a breakfast. That's not a breakfast. That's happened to me. I don't want to talk about it.
Look at how the lighting on his face and everything is really good there.
So the whole
Picks
film's
out everything
really, it's really sharp, isn't it?
Yeah.
Look, really I love that shot. The whole cavernous sort
of. You can sort of.
And again, the feeling of being watched.
You
know, you've got two distinct sort of eye shapes.
I'm getting the hell out of here, motherfucker.
Bugging out.
Shit. Who loves orange soda?
He's a bit stereotypical. Oh yeah, totally. Like I wouldn't say that's
motherfucker. No, I mean, Look
at that.
That's so cool. Harper's home. This is great as well because it looks. I'm gonna plug this hole.
The hole wants something hot and black inside it.
Pouring coffee in the hole.
It'll freeze. It'll work.
Yeah, it'll work. Oh, this is the bit where you see all the hell stuff, isn't it? Which isn't long. Finally. I mean, it's literally about 20 seconds worth of footage, and it's like.
If you see any more.
So is there much deleted stuff on the DVD?
There's a little bit. You do see a bit extra, and I've read again in the screenplay. It describes a lot more of what goes on, which is horrible. And you do see bits of it in this. Like there's.
Is the addition of stuff more plotty, or is it visually?
It's
or?
no. I mean, I don't think it's necessary. But I mean, if you look at like the thing that's really stays intact here is the guy ripping his own guts out. There,
Oh, that's
which
horrible.
is just his arm. He's like ramming his arm down, it's something pulling all his insides out. That is the thing, and that's it. I mean, that's all you see. But there's like some guy grabbing a woman's tits and ripping them off, and like all sorts of fucking horrible stuff, which they shot. I mean, they did it.
Oh god, it must have been horrible to shoot. Actually, it's
Yeah.
like with the actors.
And the guy with his arm, like he dislocates his shoulder. That's why it's like. And in the some of the additional stuff on the DVD, it's talked over by Paul Anderson. You don't hear anything, but you see it like pull it out of his socket and slam it down. He's like see him doing that down his
Very
face.
fair. They really went to town on it, I guess.
They did. They apparently he shot because Paul Anderson. There was no second unit, so he did all of those shoots over the weekends and then came back during the week. He worked 7 days a week basically, and came back and did all the main unit stuff in the week. Yeah, it's. I mean, that to go to work every day and to be doing that, it would be pretty disturbing, really.
That's kind of my dream job. I always wanted to be fucking like Tom Savini, but then I am a jaded cunt, so I'll just sit around loads of guts all day, sitting there eating a fucking sandwich.
Because Bob Keane did all the effects for this. He did Hellraiser. Like
Very consistent with that style, isn't it?
yeah, it's like the thing.
I think he contributed to Dog Soldiers as well. His company did, I think.
Fuck this shit.
See, that's ace. Look at that. Look at, I mean, practical sets, man.
I know.
It's so good. Like, they don't do this anymore.
It's just lighting effects. It's not.
It's a
even-
great
Yeah, just
shot.
turning some fucking lights off.
I know.
It's the great shot now where Sam Neill just disappears into the shadows.
Oh, yeah.
I am home. And then just
Look at that shot.
Yeah.
Beauty that is.
She won't let you.
won't let you.
Welcome to
The thing is,
Jurassic. Oh fuck!
The
And then her eyes-
look, the practicalities of this are he sort of steps back, but then what? He sort of just walks backwards all the way down the corridor.
Presumably there's some other patches of light.
just I see him
invisible.
walking, just sort of like it's just like Lawrence Fishburne sitting there like watching him walk backwards all the way
Takes
down.
like 3 minutes.
You can't see me.
Turn around. I'm going to the Gravity Drive.
Cover your eyes, man. They're taking their posters with them.
That was another thing. That was another thing from I think was in Interstellar, wasn't it? About CO2 scrubbers and things. But that is a real thing, I think.
Yeah, no, that's the thing. Because those CO2 scrubbers are in Apollo 13.
They are.
as well.
Yeah.
I really liked Interstellar. You guys didn't so much, right? You were a bit lukewarm on it.
yeah.
That's good. I bloody cried when I watched it.
Yeah, God.
Upsetting.
It was upsetting. I didn't just I don't think it's bad. I just won't probably see it again.
I wasn't kind of like it wasn't a film I wasn't compelled to watch again.
Yeah.
Like I say, space and robots. I'm so forgiving to things about space and robots.
Probably in my second viewing, I'll probably love it more.
Why doesn't Sean Pertwee come back? Like again, like, is he just literally that bloody minded that he's legged it down that corridor?
He's got a signed Santa Claus the movie poster in one of those tubes, and he's just legged it. He doesn't want us to have a share of the spoils.
worth?
I had to meet fucking Dudley Moore, and he's been dead for 200 years.
The original UK quad.
Quad. You got any idea how high my seller rate is on eBay? I'm not getting negative feedback because we all got sucked to hell.
He doesn't, does he? Actually, I suppose he just gets killed.
He gets blown up.
He gets blown up. Yeah. He probably gets the easiest way out of all.
Oh,
Yeah,
when you
fuck.
feel it, it's like dead.
Yeah, I'm dead. Thanks for that. You guys enjoy your hell.
Yeah.
She's so stupid though. You think,
Yeah, why'd you be like
my
that?
son's there. You're like,
Yeah.
okay, I'm seriously tripping. Catch you later.
I'm gonna sit down and wait for this to go away. I think
It's like close your eyes.
this is a really effective thing though, because you wouldn't. It's well shot. You wouldn't think there's.
Yeah, you would think it's a hole.
hole.
It's like Non in Superman 2. He goes, can't fly, you know.
Oh.
But this is quite interesting because me and Duncan watched this over Halloween. When Sam Neill comes in, he's like, "Oh my god!" And
He sort of snaps out of it.
He snaps out, doesn't he?
Yeah, he comes in all sort of transfixed and then goes, "Oh no, Peters, we should
Maybe you should.
maybe you shouldn't be lying there."
Maybe you shouldn't be dying here. Can we watch Tapping? I really want to watch Tapping.
Yeah, I guess just for that scene, man.
That's it, isn't it?
Sitting there for hours going, You
seen the Adam and Jay version, right?
No.
He gets the word here and stretches it out for about 30 seconds
Oh,
with editing.
Yeah. This transition coming up is very well done when he walks from that set
Her
into
eyes
the
are all
bar.
black.
Yeah.
See that was good.
Yeah. This here, they've obviously just got a bit of that dressing to put behind him, and then they pan with him to the.
Yeah.
Yeah, look at that.
That was
Really
very
nice.
That's well
Very
done.
nice done. It's a practical thing as well. Like,
Yeah. I look good. Oh, can you imagine though? I mean, the way the guilt would weigh on you, really.
Yeah.
If your wife had killed
and
herself
imagine, like,
because
to,
of
just the possibility that you could touch or smell or hear that
Yeah.
person again.
your-
Yeah.
I know.
Give it up, Sam. She's a ginge.
She got a ginger beans, man. You ain't wanna fuck with that.
Man, she was like a pound land of Cole Kidman, motherfucker.
Down. Oh, I can't. This is the one bit I can't watch.
watch.
The sound is horrible. She cuts into. Oh, it's horrible.
Oh man.
It's like that sort of like. It sounds like she's cutting into like a just cooked sausage skin with that sort of peely.
I gotta say, it's a bit like you show a woman cutting her wrist, but like, she can't take her pants off. Like, she's got panties on. It's like, dude, she's killing herself. Like, you really think?
She would die with some dignity, I suppose. It's horrible. Right.
Oh, poked his eyes out. Yeah.
That, I mean, this is a sort of Hellraiser quote, isn't it? That we have wonderful things to show you.
Yeah.
Is that, we have such sights to show you. Oh, this is horrible. Ugh. But this is again, like, I think the film doesn't start off that horror focused. I know you see the guy floating in space and stuff like that, but there isn't that.
It starts off as kind of like this sci-fi mystery, and then it becomes
Yeah.
full tilt fucking horror.
Yeah. Whereas, see, with Sunshine, I think it was the transition was more gradual but jarring. Like, it was that sort of thing of like suddenly we're a slasher film.
I think that's what a lot of people took issue with. Yeah.
And the cinematography in it is really confusing. It's all like that blurry, soft focus, like when you're looking at the guys killing everything. I mean, it's sort of effective, but I do want some sense of where I am and what's going on, rather than.
Again, this sort of tips over perhaps a bit too far in the schlocky way. Sunshine's a bit too far in the pretentious kind of zone.
Exactly.
But I do love them both. Sunshine's still getting the Nando's.
Sorry,
Well,
Sunshine's still getting the Nando's.
goes to Nando.
Sunshine has a much stronger story. I think it does. And
I would say, and I think the stakes are higher because it's well, perhaps not. I think the stakes are higher because it's about
It's got to
the
save
last chance to save the Earth.
Yeah, you do have that added thing of like the fate of
They
the
got the
world.
horrible kind of fate where they get so close to the sun, don't they?
And it's like, I love that they become intoxicated by it. Like
Yeah.
Cliff Curtis's character becomes like drunk on the sun,
And they end up leaving him on Icarus One, don't they?
Yeah,
because
that's
he
funny.
basically goes loopy like the other
Yeah,
guys. He's just
yeah.
like roasting himself. Be a great double bill, wouldn't it? Listen, Sunshine.
That's true. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh.
No, you fucking prick!
No, just put it back together.
Master Wade, you arsehole! Where is that lazy little shit? Get out of here! Get out of here, little bastard! Oh, take me belt off! Oh, take it off! I'll wear them suspenders. Fuck. I'll take the suspenders off! I'm gonna slip you in the fucking ass!
I'm gonna have a cockney walkabout and find this bomb. Have a banana.
Maybe you put it up the apples and pears.
Cut my Rosie Lee in a think. Where's he hid the Uncle Tom? I'm gonna write 2 and 8.
Smile. That's a good shot. Looking down and coming up under.
Surprise!
Oh fuck! Isn't there a button to just turn it off though?
You think so?
You think it's not like a bomb that's been specially set up to go. It's like
There must be an off
it's like
button.
cancel. Like, you know.
I'd put my face
And
against
again,
that as well.
not very safety conscious. It's like that explosive doesn't need to be plugged in to go off. Like it just you can just take it out and put it wherever you want. And
Really fucking trustworthy there.
Yeah.
And there's like about 100 of them on that pit.
exactly.
Sitting around getting drunk, throwing them at each other. Where's that bomb? Oh, I was using the counter to time my egg. Alright, don't let it down to 0.
Playing corridor roulette.
Dip, dip. Hey, I got it,
How did I do?
Oh, you are fully planning having those bombs.
Oh, imagine that though.
Very effective miniature back there, wasn't there?
Yeah.
Very cool.
No, it's all really good in it. Can you imagine that being in that position though? It's just like not that position, but your ship's just been exploded. What the fuck, motherfucker? Stereotypical black guy shit.
I've got stereotypical problems.
Every black guy gets stuck in space on a piece of floating debris.
It's like the end of Dark Star, isn't it? When he surfs off to the Phoenix asteroids.
Yeah.
It's the one guy.
This bit is just so dope. I mean, how the fuck would he... Like, we've all seen Gravity now. You can't just aim at a ship and get there by jumping off something.
There is no up or down. It's not that easy.
And that's moving, as is the ship. It's like, you can't just...
Dude,
Where's the ship as
the
well? It's
the
fucking so
writing
far
of
away,
that
you can't
guy
see
is
it.
ropey.
Yeah.
It's the kind of...
Well, that bit.
You kind of stereotypical black guy stuff, you're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're not generally, but like his kind of
That
like
bit.
surprise motherfuckers and all that shit. It's just,
Just like, yeah.
This bit here when he gets his stomach
Oh,
cut open, but it's the sound of him gargling on his blood.
Yeah.
It's horrible.
I love that. It's silent until he grabs him, and then that's quite effective.
Instead of being the edit making you jump,
Yeah.
it's a turn.
And then it's the sound he hears through. Again, I mean, actually, a lot of the horror is filtered through technology. So, in other words, it's always through a camera or through, like, he hears that on the thing. You know, you discover things through a screen or through a recording rather than.
Sure.
That makes sense.
yeah, it's kind of second hand almost.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
relayed.
That's well shot because it looks like he probably slammed him down.
Yeah, because you see the vibrations
So
through
you
his
go,
cheeks.
yeah.
And again, like the
Oh,
cameras and displays, it's all that feeling of being watched.
Yeah.
But you don't see much at all. But then you kind of, when they come back into the operating room, you see him hanging.
Yeah.
You hang them up very quickly, and we've not much
Moving
real
slowly
effort.
there, but like he suddenly, while this is going on, he's like,
It's just showing all like out
Spider-Man.
of breath.
he's in the corner like, whew, and he's drawn all over the walls. The fucking filthy bastard. Now there's a deleted scene here where he has dialogue with DJ. DJ lifts his head up and talks to him. He's still alive. Or something.
What?
Oy,
Yeah.
oy.
Then you see his reflection in the table and stuff like that. Yeah.
Oh my god.
This really, really hurts.
Yeah.
I'm going to need some ice cream. Oh, it stings. It stings. Get a plaster.
Never will. Oh, that sound.
Yeah. I like the way we've got no weapons as well. That's another key thing. Yeah, I can't remember what the dialogue was. I'll have to look it up again. But there was, he did say something, and it was pretty disturbing the way it was done. And I think they shot it because they did do a full prosthetic that Jason Isaacs' head could go in and
Oy, oy.
talk to him and stuff. Yeah, I believe.
That's what the musical number was, wasn't it?
Yeah. My insides are outside.
My insides are outside, my outsides are in.
Could you put my spleen in the bin?
The
Is there a doctor in?
The dimension of sin.
I could do with some gin.
And read some Tintin.
Tin.
That is probably better than anything Andrew Lloyd Webber's ever written.
Yep.
So, I don't think we've got
let
much
it go
crossover
down.
with Andrew Lloyd Webber fans in our podcast, so we're good.
Dear Oliver Maharpapa, I was most disappointed. Sincerely, Andrew Lloyd Webber.
My response. Bugger off.
Morris Mickey Wickily.
Dear Oliver Harper, I thought your review was spot on. Love, Tim Rice.
It's smelling salts. Yeah, the gun's gone. If you look down on the floor, you picked it up. While he,
Yeah.
yeah. You want to watch those weirs?
I am gonna say, who the fuck carries smelling salts? like apart from Victorians, like who actually does it? Lawrence Fishburne, yeah.
Well, I guess it's like a little medikit that you keep in your thing. I guess there's smelling salts and plasters.
What, and leeches?
Yeah, probably.
Oh, an imbalance in the humours. We must release some of the black bile and the red blood.
Oh, Dr. Mayer, you look frightfully. This is a great.
I think you
makeup
need some
job.
radium.
That's a great makeup job. Though. He's sewn his eyes shut. Oh.
You've been a very busy man the last 10 months.
Busy motherfucker, yeah.
Been a busy bugger.
Sewed up my eyes and did my self-assessment tax return. Tax doesn't need to be taxing.
Yes, it fucking does. Otherwise, it's not tax, is it? You fucking.
You
By its
can't.
very definition. To another dimension.
the disco dimension. That's why they'll pluck their eyes out.
Boom, boom, chicken.
It's so bright!
I can't take strobe light.
Dominated by very evil Care Bears.
An evil Care Bear with epilepsy.
They're called Werebears. Werebears.
Werebears.
Werebears.
Watched over by Sister Sledge on their throne of disco.
Well,
No, she has a new crew. Not for lot, not really.
No, he sewed his bumhole shut as well.
Why?
Deleted scene where he's squatting over a mirror.
Why didn't I do this after my eyes? I can't see my ass. Poking himself in a gooch.
and he'll contain all his parts, and then he'll get cancer.
See, I mean, he has superhuman strength. I don't really understand why.
Because hell, I guess.
Because
Hell powers.
Hell powers.
I mean, like, I could understand it after he, because he gets reconstituted and comes back, and there's a whole deleted section that I'll talk about when that happens that makes more sense than what they show. But yeah. Let me in through the window via osmosis, I suppose.
That's going to start in a minute.
Yeah.
Sparks. Oh, yeah.
Stuntman hiding his face there from the camera.
So funny watching Sam Neill sitting and blown out the window. He's like, ah!
I didn't think this through. At least now I can fart and no one will know. Been holding that in for a while.
They are quite hellish. Smells like death in here.
Clang.
Clearly
quite
not planned
comedic,
this, did it?
Definitely a case of I didn't think this through. Oh wait, I'm in this room as well. Ah!
Down.
I should have ponied up for the more expensive carpet. There it goes, Sam.
It's good though. Like it looks fucked up. Like,
Yeah.
this CGI Sam Neill's a bit ropey there though. Or if it is CGI, I suppose it might be. Stuntman.
It's quite interesting when he's pulling along. It's like they've got the strobes. It kind of looks like it's like a jump cut when he kind of moves.
Yeah.
It's good.
You can tell he's hanging by wires though. Like there's a bit I think you can even see the wire when he pulls himself through the door. Like there, if you look around his waist, there you see the. You see it?
Like a high,
Wire,
you can see it's a harness.
Screw you, bitch! I'm out of here.
Yeah. Oh yeah, fuck! I forgot about you.
Later.
Well, no one will ever know.
You sealed the door. Oh, I probably
That looks like something that came with Action Man. That little.
One of those.
It's got like the mould bits around
Yeah,
the
yeah,
outside.
the
and
little
stuff.
piss poor accessories that are half moulded.
It's kind of thing like it's like a Monopoly.
What's like, you know the Ninja Turtle toys? They used to come with that web of you had to
he did.
unpick
Yeah,
yourself.
yeah,
Crap
that's
stuff,
right. Yeah,
Like
yeah.
crap orange sort
And they
of.
always ended up with little tags on them that you would probably cut yourself on. They were sharp as fuck. It's a bit drawn out that, but yeah, okay. Clangety clang. How do you know that? That's the forward airlock alarm.
He comes
Hello.
in. Don't shoot.
Yeah, yeah. No, don't hit me.
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna hit him with a wrench. I like the way he holds it. He looks quite like he's had wrench training. So,
He looks like he's going to do some gardening.
yeah. I'm gonna prune your ass.
That's a really unnecessary bit of ADR there, was it?
Yeah, yeah. The bridge is out. The bridge is out. Yeah, because we want to be doing things that we're.
I think we should take the Maniac suggestion.
Let's do all the things that you want to do.
Planetarium.
I just thought it was Dr. Farnsworth instead. Dr. Who.
Surprise, nobody!
Ewa.
The thingamajig. The thing longer.
Thing longer. What if I hadn't invented the thing longer?
I know, what if I had, isn't it?
Oh, right.
A man can dream. Like, he invents the what if machine, but not the thing longer. Now this what was originally intended for this, where the blood starts coming in through all the stuff, is, you know, that big central tank that's in the kind of ground.
It explodes, isn't it?
Yeah, that is supposed to be reconstituting Weir, and there's a trailer somewhere that I haven't found or seen, but I believe is there, where the original shot is in it of, you see this hand, it's like half reconstituted hand coming up against the glass from inside, which is supposed to be the ship rebuilding Weir. Like this tank there, this pull-in shot was supposed to then have a hand going like kunk on the inside of the tank.
That's what will crack it, isn't it?
Yeah, and then he breaks
That's
out.
a shame, because it makes sense.
You can see on the DVD, the special edition DVD, there's that great shot of him coming down the ladder, because you know she falls down this ladder in a second.
And he's going to walk down.
And he comes down it backwards like a spider.
Oh.
This ladder, he comes down that, and it's like when they're running away from it,
that'd been so
like comes
good.
down it upside down, and so it's really, if you can see it, it's on the DVD. There's no audio, I don't think, but I'm sure it'll be on YouTube. I'm sure people will put it on YouTube, but it's fucked up. It's good though. It looks really good.
On the YouTube.
YouTube.
YouTube.jp.
JP.
Yeah.
YouTuber is a brass instrument that can stream video.
Right. See, so this system ultimately leaves its user at the wrong end of the corridor, next to the thing they need to get away from.
Just, yeah, to add that element of jeopardy.
You let me burn. You let me burn. Down I go.
It was.
Now you've done it.
They have a shot, doesn't it, where they add the CG kind of face to the stuntman who falls down because he gets set on fire so much.
Yeah.
Lawrence Fishburne.
Oh,
and he
right.
rolls down, but you see his face kind of being CG'd on.
That shot with the flamethrower coming, well, the flames coming at him was done with the flamethrower, but apparently that was what nearly burned down. I think it was H stage or something at Pinewood, because the flamethrower fell over and set fire to all the drapes in the ceiling and nearly burned down the.
That sound
He
effect.
goes whack. See, when he rolls down, you see.
It's in
yeah,
Predator
yeah,
as well. That's that noise when he fires a plasma cannon.
Yeah. It sounds like a whip.
Yeah, so overused.
That's really interesting. I didn't notice they'd done facial replacement.
Or facial replacement.
There you go. 10 pints. Like all the flame bars in front of the camera look quite cool. You know, it's just like, it is like hell. You know.
Yeah,
Like
the
everything
kind
is
of
burning.
classic hell imagery.
So I suppose this is where people sort of draw the comparison with Hellraiser, in that he's got runes and things.
Yeah,
cut
he
in
looks
his
sort of like a Cenobite, so I can
face.
see.
Yeah. But it's more. I suppose so. I suppose it is. Yeah.
Yeah, sort of. You know, again, I think the comparison's not necessarily apt. It's kind of a lazy one to go, oh, it's a Hellraiser.
Yeah.
Not necessarily.
Wait, no, I wouldn't say people can't always a rip-off at all. It just kind of has similar elements that creates that comparison. But they're not, like, strong, you know,
Yeah.
elements who say it's heavily inspired. It just covers similar tone.
Yeah. That would have been fucking freezing filming there, because I think they did it in the winter at Pinewood on that soundstage with no heating in it.
Oh,
Like, that would have been horrible. And Sam Neill was naked for most of it in water. So, I love this bit. He's like, like suddenly he's got the fucking moves. It's like busting his ass. Like,
martial arts style. Hell.
yeah.
Yeah, hell style.
Crouching tiger, hidden demon. Oh, my ass! My sweet ass. Why doesn't it know he's going to do this? It knows everything else about him. Why doesn't it just sort of go, and why doesn't it has control over everything? It can set itself on fire, it can make them see things, it can make the door implode.
Just
Why can't it
vaporise him,
not?
paralyse him.
Why can't it just sort of like turn off all the explosives? No. Nah. No.
That's I love that.
You're
shot
coming
there.
to hell, you fucking cunts. Yes, now that would have been good casting. Yeah, I like the way the whole thing sort of opens out like
Oh,
petals
dear.
and stuff.
Do you say?
Oh dear. Oh dear. No, thank you.
I love those long shots with the
Yeah.
gate open.
Yeah.
It's really well done.
I hate the way his voice goes all demonic.
Oh man, is that body? Like,
Yeah, all hung up in chains
Chains.
and ripped
Oh,
off. That's.
man.
I think that's DJ. I think it's supposed to. No.
With his arms out.
No. It's quite a clever bit of continuity here because only you see a section doesn't explode, which is where the missing.
Ah, that pleases me. That's
Yeah,
really
This is wicked when it goes whack and the metal just kind of
yeah.
rip apart.
It's all like
pleases me.
twisted and moved.
Yeah,
But yeah, that shot's
that
really
is
cool.
brilliant.
And I suppose that's quite an accurate thing about fire in space, isn't it? That it would sort of dissipate like that and not. We wouldn't have flames necessarily going.
It wouldn't do the Star Wars style, would it?
No, it wouldn't be like an explosion. It would, but waves like that, like you described in the flashback. And away we go! Why does it push that away but not that?
Okay, bye.
And off to hell.
Hi ho!
It's off to hell we go.
With a bang bang here and an ow ow there. I think it's more as well like when I believe anyway the additional dialogue is more about what it did to their minds going through a singularity and what the effect of the journey more than anything else is what drove them insane. And because I don't think just going to that place immediately they just started ripping each other apart. I think it's like a sort of
Become deranged by their experience.
yeah, and I think also as well it's time, the fact that time is sort of eternal and everything. It's like how it just fries your mind.
72 days later. That's quite a long time. That's super fun. That's quite a long time. 782. A big fat show. Talk to me.
Two fat ladies, 88. That's 8 and 8. Two fat ladies, 88. Two swans, 22. That's 2 and 2.
I like the design of these guys. They're kind of almost like samurai helmets.
This reminds me of like aliens when they come into the
Yeah,
Ripley,
yeah.
you know.
Vipri.
Yeah, they're quite gnarly looking helmets,
Darth
aren't they?
Vader helmets.
It's the Vader squad. No, I am your father. No, I am your father. Guys, it's not funny anymore. Stop it.
Yeah, so yeah, Mr. Justin's still alive.
Now they know he had massive injuries. You
Yeah,
can't
see, that's kind
barely
of
see.
bollocks. He looks at it with a torch and sort of goes,
It appears to have been gone to a hell dimension and sucked out into space.
Some kind of hell dimension.
I'm detecting sexual tension between the black guy and the white chick.
Let's wake him up.
let's ask them.
Popcorn. This is a bit freaky.
Just fucking with you.
See, that can imply he's still with them. You know,
It's
like,
like-
Because
Yeah.
she never saw him in that form, did she?
She didn't. Well, she would have done had they left that scene in.
Oh, when he comes out the thing.
So yeah, but
That's nice because it says to me, yeah, that there's some residual.
yeah.
is that in the ship? Is that in
Be a
the...
sequel? No.
No.
No, they can. I mean, you could do a sequel actually, and they have talked about it. Apparently, Paul Anderson and Jeremy Bolt.
Oh, mate! This is Funky
Shit.
Funky Shit Prodigy.
Yeah.
Fat the Land. Got that on tape. It's not a really appropriate. This is one of my favourite tunes of Fat the Land, but I don't think it's an appropriate fit for this. But then again, it was the 90s, so you were required to put Prodigy, Orbital, or Left Field on all of your science fiction movies.
Yeah.
Holly Chant. Chant sounds like a made-up swear word,
Look
doesn't
how
it?
short that cast list
Kicking
is.
the chant.
Really, there's no extras. No.
Yeah.
Why would there be?
Kind of like The Thing, you know, you got that
Yeah.
small cast.
It's good. It's good.
Simon Lamont.
So
What were you saying about a sequel?
yeah, they had talked. They had discussed one, I believe, and but what it would have been or had, they even did, and they did discuss a prequel as well. But the trouble with the prequel is
Look
what
at
would
that.
you make it about?
Focus puller Adam Biddle. Some
Adrian
son
Biddle.
or...
Yeah, it would be his son.
Sorry, Duncan.
That's right. No, that like a prequel would have just been the original journey, right? I guess, or something, or the building of the.
Yeah, that'd be kind of a bit redundant.
I say make one that starts off as a prequel, and then we cut through. It's like the building of the ship. You see Weir in an early stage,
Yeah.
and then cut to the sequel.
I would say,
might have it as two
I'm going to
films.
throw this out there. I think this is the kind of thing you should be remaking. Something that isn't perfect, something that didn't do that well. If you're going to remake something, remake this. I think you could do a fucking good remake of this.
Could do. I think it would lose. The thing is, we all know what happens. I don't know. I don't know if it works
you'd
without
have
that
to
element of
change it
surprise.
somehow.
Yeah.
I've flopped my willy into the lion's mouth of the internet by saying that, but
You have to review a hornet's nest.
they're quite the hornet's nest to insert one's bellend.
You'd have to review like the original script and see what they jettisoned and what could have been used from that.
Well,
Can
because
we
the
expand it
original,
upon?
the original script, the very original script, was about aliens who were in the ship. I mean, it was
That
literally
was it,
aliens.
yeah.
But I think it's Jeremy Bolton and Paul W. Sanderson retooled it to be more like this. Yeah, I mean, I say, I mean, you can. I think it's the kind of thing where you can make a sequel. See, I think this lends itself to the kind of thing they did with The Thing, which is to make a sequel slash prequel slash sequel, where you've kind of got
You can
elements
slot
of
your
it,
own thing into the
and you
existing-
kind of remake it, but it's still tied to this.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I think that could work. I think that
It could be essentially the same thing, the same universe, same technology.
I'd love to see it.
Different set of characters.
I'd love to see the start of it, to see the conception and everything of the Event Horizon, then see it disappear off, and then fast forward to this, like to hundreds of years after this or something, where we've colonised Neptune or whatever, or there's
and then it
things
comes
around there, and
back.
it comes back, and there's
Yeah.
people there, and it's like,
So you could do the Alien versus Aliens thing, where the sequel to this is like Aliens rather than Aliens, so it's on a whole planet or something.
Event
like
Horizons.
That. Event Horizons.
yeah. But I mean, like, it comes back and sucks a whole colony of people to hell or
Yeah,
something,
right.
and then
Something
people have to
bigger
try and find
and
out what's
something-
going on, and someone has to go through the gateway to get them back, or who knows?
Event Horizons, because there's two.
There's
ships.
two. Oh my god! Like a Marines in kill the evil.
Or Events Horizon. More things happen.
More events.
More events.
Around the horizon.
But still one horizon.
Well, you know what an event horizon is, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
I think most people would know.
Yeah.
But yeah. Zoe Black. Yeah.
Oh, this is such a tune.
Diane Perlman.
Yeah. So,
Yeah. So, final thoughts?
final thoughts. I've always liked it. It's probably the best Paul Anderson film. And it's got so much going for it. I would say kind of the weakness is in the writing, because it feels as if, as you've highlighted throughout, it feels like it's been messed around with a bit much and sort of retooled and.
I think
pieced
it
back
still
together.
stands up to scrutiny. I think it's still pretty good. It's well shot, well directed. It still kind of works very well, very much like a horror. It still works. It's still scary.
Yeah.
As Richard was saying, it's there is five kind of faults of its script and dialogue, and it could have been. There's more areas I wish I'd expanded upon, but
I think I think the setup dialogue is great, and I think the expositional dialogue works perfectly. It's in the payoffs is perhaps where it is lets itself down a bit, but not a lot.
yeah.
Well, if we haven't just done a positive Paul Anderson commentary,
Yeah.
how about that? It will never happen again because we've watched the good one.
Yeah, exactly.
So there you go.
Well, everyone, hope you enjoyed the commentary. Me and the lads will be back with some more next week.
Bye.
Adios.
Bye bye.